Is that on, that camera?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you folks, since that's rolling. Y'all ought to try to think to go green as possible. Conserve as much as possible, and not just now while things are bad or money's tight, but all the time. Going vegan wouldn't be a bad idea either.
Or vegetarian.
That's what we are. We try to eat and buy everything organic, and we don't eat any meat, eggs, or dairy. Fake meat is good.
Yup.
And believe me, anyone who thinks that a vegan diet or vegetarian diet lends you to starving or eating birds eating grass is totally wrong. It's a myth. The same as that homeschooled children are not socialized. And my children are all homeschooled and they are very socialized. But there is everything across the board from Mexican to Asian to American dishes, which are
Italian.
all vegan, Italian, your pastas. Everything's fresh, the digestion. People really, really, really have to pay attention to your food source today. What is in that food? Chemicals and modified things. Half of it isn't even allowed on the label. And for
can I taste it?
And I just think the industry on the whole, the food industry, is almost cruel because it creates people to want to lose weight and so forth. It's an endless circle of defeat because it's food and these substances in this food cannot break down. They remain in your body, and then you have no way of expelling them or getting rid of them. So my belief is that a lot of these medical problems today, cancer, so forth, obesity, is tied to the food and what we eat. And I think that also comes from, if you want to get a little deeper than that, and if you want to eat meat and so forth, if you look at these factories that raise this meat and kill it, it's not a humane way. And if you really want to get deep and put a little thought into it, I believe that if you're going to ingest that meat and it's been, I don't know, watch a couple of PETA videos. I can't simply because of the horror in it, but some of the people that have been, caught on these films and so forth, the pleasure they get from the sheer killing, and the fact that if they don't kill the first time around, they'll happen to do whatever alive, or take joy in beating it or throwing it around till come to death. And I truly believe that you're ingesting that spirit of the poor tortured animal and the cruel person behind it. I don't have a problem with meat eaters. My son eats meat. I have lots of friends who eat meat. So it's not about me, I don't preach to them or nothing, but that's just my belief. And it's just something that I think would make the world a better place to live in, that once we realize we don't have to do that killing and use these animals for a mass production like that we'll be in a much better spot, and I think we might be on our way. That's a closing statement. I believe for the penned up animals, the chickens and so forth, the caged conditions they're in, unbelievably cruel for anyone. I don't care what chicken company you are, or whoever you are, that can make a building, turn a huge structure into nothing but pens to house and cage something in total confinement to the point where they're mentally crazy and plucking their own feathers and literally going insane. beyond my mental comprehension. I could sleep at night knowing I was doing that to some other sort of living creature, and I really don't know how they do it. And then to eat it under those, knowing it survived under those conditions, just to be put on my table when there's so many other wonderful natural forms of things out there to eat, is beyond me. But like I said, that's just my preference. I don't preach it. I don't not like people if they eat meat. It's all a personal, thing, but personal choice. But I hope that conditions do become better for the animals if meat eaters still feel they have to go that route. Just, that's it.
Looking for